Honoring the Forgotten Heroes, Victims and Survivors of the Golden State Killer, a tribute to courage in suburban shadows. A monster was hiding in plain sight, in peaceful California suburbs. For over 4 decades, he struck without mercy. But today, we honor the victims, the survivors, their unbreakable spirits. Justice came strangely, not from a dramatic chase, but from a family tree on a genealogy website. DNA whispered secrets. Unmasking Joseph DeAngelo, the Golden State Killer, finally caught in 2018. This tribute remembers the lives stolen, the strength that endured. Golden State Killer Victims Tribute, their stories deserve the spotlight. Hit subscribe now for more heartfelt true crime tributes that celebrate resilience and justice. Golden State Killer Victims Tribute, Key Lives Remembered. Claude Snelling, a devoted father and professor shot defending his daughter in 1975, his bravery echoes in every survivor's fight. Brian and Katie Majori, young newlyweds, high school sweethearts, gunned down in 1978 while walking their dog, their love cut short, but forever cherished by family. Robert Offerman and Deborah Manning, professionals building lives, murdered in 1979, their potential stolen, but their memory fuels calls for justice. Lyman and Charlene Smith, a judge-to-be and interior decorator, bludgeoned in 1980, their son's discovery haunts, yet inspires healing. Keith and Patrice Harrington, newlyweds dreaming big, beaten in 1980, their brief marriage a reminder of fragile joy. Manuela Whitten, a young woman alone, raped and killed in 1981, her story highlights the terror of isolation. Sherry Domingo and Gregory Sanchez, partners rebuilding lives, slain in 1981, Sherry's daughter Deb's regret turned to advocacy. Yanel Cruz, an 18-year-old free spirit, the last known victim in 1986, her sister's pursuit of truth honors her big heart. Why this tribute matters in the Golden State Killer case. This Golden State Killer Victims Tribute shifts the narrative. Away from the killer, to the honored lives. DeAngelo, a former cop, evaded capture for years. But genetic genealogy, a modern miracle, brought closure. Honoring Golden State Killer survivors means recognizing their trauma and triumph. Studies show over 70% of such victims face lifelong PTSD, yet many, like Jane Carson-Sandler, turn pain into purpose. The impact on families and communities. Honoring the victims of Joseph DeAngelo reveals deep scars. Families like the Cruzes left homes forever. Survivors rebuilt amid fear. This tribute leans toward empathy, acknowledging debates on DNA privacy but celebrating justice. Golden State Killer survivor stories teach us, strength rises from ashes. In the heart of California suburbs, where dreams bloomed under sunny skies, shadows fell. This is a tribute to the victims, the survivors, of the Golden State Killer. Joseph DeAngelo. He lurked, but they endured. Their stories? Timeless courage. Start with Claude Snelling. September 11, 1975. Visalia, California. A college professor. Loving dad. Hears a noise. His 16-year-old daughter, Beth. Targeted. Masked intruder grabs her. Claude rushes out. You're not taking her. Struggle. Gunshot. Claude falls. Beth kicked. Survives. But Claude? Gone. Age 45. His bravery? Legendary. Beth later said, "He saved me." Golden State Killer Victims Tribute begins here. With a father's sacrifice. DeAngelo? Just starting. But we honor Claude. His teaching legacy. Students remembered. Family grieved. Decades later, Beth's daughter, Elizabeth Hupp, spoke in court. My life changed forever. Tribute to Claude Snelling, hero dad. Unforgotten. Sacramento suburbs. Terror spreads. But focus on the survivors. Jane Carson-Sandler. October 5th. Citrus Heights. Cuddling her 3-year-old son. Butcher knife flashes. Tied up. Raped. Frozen in fear, she wrote in her book. But Jane? Rose strong. Air Force Reserves. Nurse. Now 72. Faces her attacker. Remember what I did, she confronts. Golden State Killer survivor stories, Jane's triumph. More attacks. Short bursts. High fear. Women bound. Assaulted. But they lived. Spoke out. 1. Victim number 1. June 18th, Rancho Cordova. Alone. Window pride. Masked man. Shut up. Raped. Ransacked home. Ate her food. But she survived. Reported. Her courage? Sparked the hunt. Attacks mount. Margaret Wardlow. Age 13. Youngest known. Sacramento home. Tied. Mother bound too. Plates on mom's back. Move, die. Asked if she wants death. I don't care. Saved her life. Now? I'm not a victim. I don't own that. Plans to question DeAngelo. Why? Honoring Golden State Killer survivors, Margaret's defiance. Inconsistencies puzzle. Burglar? Rapist? Killer? Methods shift. North, rapes. South, murders. Delayed justice. Victims waited. Suffered. But their statements? Key. February 2, 1978. Brian and Katie Majori. Tribute to young love. High school sweethearts. Fresno roots. Brian, 21, Air Force Sergeant. Katie, 20. Walking dog thumper. Rancho Cordova. Chased. Shots ring. Brian chest wound. Katie head. Dead. They were just starting, brother Ken Smith said. Lives together. Golden State Killer Victims Tribute, remembering Brian and Katie's bond. Escalation. DeAngelo, ex-cop. Used skills. Evaded. But victims' families pushed. Never forgot. Southern Shift. December 30th. Goleta. Robert Offerman, 44. Osteopathic surgeon. Deborah Manning, 35. Psychologist. Condo invaded. Bound. Shot. Bludgeoned. Their lives? Full of promise. Helping others. Tribute, Robert and Deborah, healers cut short. Inconsistencies shock. Eating food. Taunting calls. Gonna kill you. Victims heard whispers. Cries. Fake? Real? Confused cops. But survivors bonded. Shared stories. March 13th. Ventura. Lyman Smith, 43. Soon-to-be judge. Charlene Smith, 33. Interior decorator. Homebound. Drapery cord. Diamond knots. Charlene raped. Both bludgeoned. Log from fireplace. Son Gary, 12, finds them. Horror. Jennifer Carroll, daughter, we never expected arrest. Now breathes free. Golden State Killer Victims Tribute, Lyman and Charlene's Legacy of Justice. August 19th. Dana Point. Keith Harrington, 24. Patrice Harrington, 27. Newlyweds. Months married. Bound wrists to ankles. Beaten. No mercy. Bruce Harrington, Keith's brother, pushed DNA laws. Justice delayed. Tribute, Keith and Patrice, dreams shattered but inspiring change. February 6th. Irvine. Manuela Whitten, 28. Alone. Husband away. Raped. Bludgeoned. Her story? Silent suffering. But honored here. Strength in memory. July 27th. Goleta. Sherry Domingo, 35. Mom rebuilding. Gregory Sanchez, 27. Boyfriend. Bound. Sanchez shot cheek. Non-fatal. Then bludgeoned. Garden tool. Sherry raped. Beaten. Deb Domingo, 15, Sherry's daughter. Fought that night. Stay out of my life. Slammed phone. Saved her. Regret lingers. Silver linings, she says. Bonds with survivors. Tribute, Sherry and Greg, love amid chaos. 5-year gap. Why? Victims wondered. Families searched. May 4th. Irvine. Yanel Cruz, 18. Free spirit. Big heart. Parents away. Bound. Raped. Bludgeoned. Pipe wrench. Blood everywhere. Sister Michelle, changed my world. Lived in fear. Barricaded doors. Now? Breathe again. Pursued criminal justice. Researched suspects. Tribute to Yanel Cruz, backbone of her family. DeAngelo's life? Normal facade. But victim's pain? Real. Chris Pedretti, survivor, that girl was gone. Lost friends. Faith. But therapy healed. Married happy. Support group. Over 300 members. He didn't win. Victor Hayes, male victim, shattered. But stands tall. Anger at DeAngelo's cop past. Twist explodes. 2018, DNA Genealogy. Public site. Distant cousins. Trees built. DeAngelo matches. Ex-cop. Lived crimes paths. Arrest. I did all that. Inner demon? Victims confront. You destroyed us. DeAngelo whispers sorry. Too late. Guilty. Life without parole. Victims speak. Bob and Gay Hardwick, life sentence we didn't deserve. Jane, wounds heal. Scars remain. But healing begins. Survivors unite. Dinners. Facebook groups. Fast friends, they say. Tribute timeline, honoring Golden State Killer victims and survivors. Date. Location. Honored individuals. Life highlights and tributes. First attack tribute. September 11, 1975. Visalia, CA. Claude Snelling. Devoted dad, professor, saved my life, daughter Beth. Early survivor strength. October 5, 1976. Citrus Heights, CA. Jane Carson-Sandler. Nurse, author, Frozen in Fear book inspires. Youngest resilience. November 10, 1977. Sacramento, CA. Margaret Wardlow, 13. I don't own that, questions why. Love cut short. February 2, 1978. Rancho Cordova, CA. Brian and Katie Majori. Sweethearts, just starting lives, family. Healers remembered. December 30, 1979. Goleta, CA. Robert Offerman and Deborah Manning. Surgeon, psychologist, potential stolen. Justice Legacy. March 13, 1980. Ventura, CA. Lyman and Charlene Smith. Judge-to-be, decorator, son's discovery fuels fight. Newlywed dreams. August 19, 1980. Dana Point, CA. Keith and Patrice Harrington. Brief joy, brother pushes DNA laws. Isolated courage. February 6, 1981. Irvine, CA. Manuela Whitton. Silent strength honored. Rebuilding interrupted. July 27, 1981. Goleta, CA. Sherry Domingo and Gregory Sanchez. Mom's regret to Advocacy, daughter Deb. Free Spirit Eternal. May 4, 1986. Irvine, CA. Yanel Cruz. Big Heart, Sisters Research Honors. Justice Dawn. April 24, 2018. Sacramento, CA. All victims and survivors. DNA closure, breathe again. Dive deeper into this tribute to Golden State Killer victims. 1970s California. Suburbs promised safety. But fear reigned. Honoring survivors like Chris, cartwheels to coping. Now, helping others. Reclaim lives. Claude Snelling's story expands. Tulare College instructor. Family man. That night? Instinct kicked in. Shot twice. Died in hospital. Beth escaped. Kidnapping foiled. But loss? Immense. Elizabeth Hupp, granddaughter? Shares impact. Father's life taken. Court statements moved thousands. Jane Carson-Sandler's journey. 1976 attack. Son heard everything. Trauma lingered. But she wrote. Spoke. Our wounds heal. Triggers, ski masks. Helicopters. Yet, confronts DeAngelo. Power reclaimed. Margaret Wardlow. Teen terror. Plate's trick. Mother's life threatened. Her bold reply? Lifesaver. Grew up. Refused victim label. Attends hearings. Demands answers. Brian and Katie Majori. Air Force life. Dog walk turns deadly. Witnesses saw chase. Sketches matched. Family's hope, solved in lifetime. Ken Smith's words resonate. Robert Offerman. Helping patients. Deborah Manning. Mental health advocate. Condo should be safe. But invaded. Fought back? Shot. Their work? Lives saved indirectly. Lyman Smith. Judicial dreams. Charlene. Creative soul. Home desecrated. Gary's find? Nightmares. Jennifer Carroll. Do good. Take care. Keith and Patrice Harrington. Honeymoon phase. Dana Point bliss. Bound. Beaten. Bruce's advocacy. DNA databases expanded. Lives saved. Manuela Whitton. Quiet life. Husband David away. Assault savage. Memory honors her solitude strength. Sherry Domingo. Rebellious teen Deb. Last call tense. But saved Deb. Greg fought. Garden tool wounds. Deb's silver linings, survivor bonds. Yanel Cruz. Poems. College plans. Free spirit. Michelle's bubble burst. But spoke out. Awareness raised. Miss out no more. More survivors. Bob and Gay Hardwick. 1978, Dishes on Back. Hours of Hell. Hatred Undeserved. Victor Hayes. Male Perspective. Shattered Trust. Cop Betrayal Stings. Inconsistencies, Evolving Methods. Burglaries to Murders. Siloed Police. Delayed Tribute. But Michelle McNamara's book, I'll Be Gone in the Dark. Reignited. She Passed. But Legacy? Justice. DNA Twist. GED Match. Relatives Unwitting Heroes. DeAngelo Unmasked. Cop. Mechanic. Grandpa. Betrayal Deep. Court. 2020. COVID Era. Statements Poor. Truly sorry, he mutters. Victims roar back. Healing now. Groups. Therapy. Not lost, Chris says. This Golden State Killer Victims Tribute warns, honor the brave. Remember resilience. Suburbs heal. Trust rebuilds. For more tributes like this honoring Golden State Killer survivor stories, hit subscribe and notifications. Your next heartfelt true crime awaits.